How to spot a real leader. It's so sad that you need videos like this because this is a real thing. We have a lot of people living nowadays, not just in America, but all around the world, who are more spectators. I don't know what's going on in the world, but it's a lot of spectator energy. People want to speculate. A lot of people want to be more on the sidelines. A lot of people are more talkers than doers. Now there are only a few doers, but the energy is so pronounced you can tell. Anyone who knows what they're looking for, any leaders themselves know what a real leader is, how to spot one, and the qualities of a real leader. So let's get into it. Real leaders are always the first one at the job, but the last one to go home. Real leaders are always setting the standard as far as culture, as far as work ethic, as far as performance, as far as anything. They're always setting the standard. People are always looking to leaders to set the standard. For example, a real leader is a person who is the most quietest in the room. But when a decision comes, everybody looks to him or her. When it's time to make a decision, a big decision, a group decision, everyone looks to the leader. You could be at a dinner party and the leader might be quiet 60% of the time, and all of a sudden the whole building catches on fire. Everybody is gonna look to that leader to know what to do. I've seen this happen too many times. Real leaders ask more questions than giving answers. See, being a leader is more so about making decisions, and you can't just make any decision. And you don't have to know everything. You don't have to be the best at your field. You just have to be the bottom line. You just have to be the one to make the final decision. And to do that, you need a lot of information. So if you notice, when you see a real leader, they're always asking a lot of questions. They always have questions lined up. And these are questions that people don't even think about. But real leaders are always seeing things through different angles, through different ways, different perspectives. But they are always asking more questions than they're giving answers. And they're always putting the team and organization before themselves and before anyone. If you want to spot a real leader, it's someone who constantly is putting the team before any and everyone. Okay? Nothing is above the team. Not even himself. Nothing is above the goal. Nothing is above the dream. Not even himself. Sacrifice is constant. You have to be able to spot a real leader. It's very important because usually leaders not only have resources, not only have access to capital, social capital, labor capital, financial capital. The leader's approval or the co-signage of a leader can help you in so many different ways. If a real leader's name is attached to your project or to whatever you're doing, so that's a big deal because you can win a lot of battles just off that, just off his name, just off his reputation. Real leaders are the ones that everyone look to. Real leaders are the ones that everyone is talking about. People are constantly talking about this person. He's not even in a room. He's not even in the environment. And people are constantly speaking of this person. That's a real leader. A person who's putting the goals of the team before anyone else, before himself. That's a real leader. So you have to be able to spot the real leaders in the room, because usually the real leaders in the room are not the loudest. The loudest ones in the room are usually the brokest ones in the room. Real leaders come into a room and everyone surrounds them. They come into a room and they're not trying to grab attention. The attention just immediately goes to them. So when you're networking, you have to be aware of what a real leader is and the qualities of a real leader, because you need to be able to identify these people, and you need to know what it takes and the qualities so you can actually become one. Yo, this is the Gutsy Entrepreneur. Like, share, subscribe, and stay vigilant.